Hi.
Arr.
Good morning. Yar. Yar, mateys.
Yar.
Welcome. Welcome to our Wreck live stream. Good morning, and thank you in advance, or not really in advance, because if you already pledged, I'm not thanking you in advance for anything. I just want to say thank you to all of you who have already backed the campaign before even listening to me blab about it. My name is Josh Welgus. You know me as Gilly in the comments and in the updates. I am joined today by two wonderful gentlemen. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
I'm Ryan. I'm Ryan Howard.
Good job.
Andrew Santoro.
I was like, should I say anything else?
Yeah, you froze. It's performance anxiety. It's fine. It's fine. This is, we've got a big crowd today. I have no idea what our crowd is right now. We are here. We're here because we launched a new campaign this morning, a brand new game in the Wroth universe called Wreck. And we are here, number one, to answer all of your questions. Every single one. And then we are going to show off some Wroth gameplay. Now, if you look at the campaign page, there are a number of videos that you can check out to see how Wreck plays. We've shown a little bit of new faction stuff previously. Today, we're going to be showing original Wroth factions on the new Wreck map using the boats and the new Wreck mechanics. There will be a stream later in the campaign this week, next week?
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
This Thursday.
That's what I believed, but I didn't want to say it to be true because I was afraid of being wrong. This Thursday, we will be showing the new Wreck factions on the Wroth map. And then the following Thursday, we'll be showing Wreck factions on the Wreck map. So kind of get a chance.
It might be 5-6 player.
Oh, it might be 5 or 6 player. Okay, excellent. Yeah,
that's
so
the thing we have that we haven't talked about. 5-6 player.
Lots of fun surprises. But we're kind of trying to show off the versatility of all of this good stuff because Wreck is backwards compatible with Wroth. Wroth is forwards compatible with Wreck. And you've got, a total of 13 factions across both games. And if you grab all the expansions, which is just a whole lot of awesome asymmetrical fun. Asymmetric? Is it asymmetric or asymmetrical? Grammar guy?
I say asymmetric usually, but I don't think it's wrong to say asymmetrical.
That's a nice, confident answer from Grammar guy.
Ryan, in a past life, was an editor at a newspaper and also does a whole bunch of editing on and writing on all of the stuff that we put out. So, if you like this type of thing, I want to remind you to please like and subscribe. We can't not say that. But throw your questions in the comments. We're going to be curating them. They're going to pop up on a magical monitor just outside the view of the camera, and we are happy to answer whatever we can. But I just want to open with talking about a few real general things. We've talked about these things on previous streams, and I just want to make sure that they're highlighted. Number one is that Wreck and Wroth, the entire Wroth line, is moving under our Neon Knight imprint. And why is that the case? There's a number of reasons. One is that we've been partnering with Manny Tremblay here now for, I think, a little over 2 years, maybe even longer. I can't remember when Wroth was originally pitched to us. But Manny kind of originally pitched Wroth as a very affordable, retail-friendly title. And that is not something, if you followed Chip Theory for a while, that's not something that we are historically great at producing or leaning into. We launched the Neon Knight imprint about 6 months after Wroth actually came out, maybe less. And the Neon Knight imprint are mostly designs from Manny, at least for the time being. And they have a heavy retail focus. They're meant to be more accessible. They're meant to be just have a different feel and a different vibe, and appeal to a wider audience than our traditional Chip Theory fare, which is really fun for us at the Chip Theory level because, again, we've had a lot of ideas and desires to get those types of games out over the years, and have felt a little bit limited by the way that Chip Theory does things. And so Manny pitched us Wroth. We thought it was a really, really great fit for the Chip Theory catalog, but it also had an alternate existence potentially as a really retail-friendly title. Wroth was a tremendous success on the original campaign. We added a whole bunch of bling to it, and it is absolutely gorgeous in its deluxifications and its look and its colors and all of that good stuff. But it made the game very, very expensive to produce. And so one of the things that you likely notice on the campaign is that the MSRP of Wroth Deluxe, which is what we're calling it now, this version with the neoprene and the PVC cards and everything, the MSRP of Wroth Deluxe has gone up or is going to go up precipitously when this latest print run comes out. You'll notice that Wreck is fairly spendy at its MSRP price point, and one of the reasons for that is because we're charging what we actually kind of need to charge for these deluxe versions of these games. But on the flip side, that's going to allow us, and moving it under the Neon Knight imprint allows us to create a retail-friendly version of both of these titles. And the estimated arrival of those retail editions is next summer-ish, sometime 2027. I'm going to stop short of promising anything in that regard, and just again mention that those are estimates. But we're really excited about the retail future of this line, and moving it under the Neon Knight imprint was an important piece of that equation. So,
but we're still making the nice versions for people who want that.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
There's a person who's mentioning, I don't know if this is broken down, it says 13 factions, but there's only 7 deluxe factions. So they are all deluxe currently.
We should probably clarify that, yeah, on the campaign. But again, anything you back, if you are a previous Wroth backer, anything you back on this campaign is going to be homogenous with your original version. This is all, it has neoprene, it has the PVC cards, it is done up just like the original Wroth release. Again, those retail editions with the lesser production values, the more affordable production values, those will be coming next year at some point, but they are not a part of this campaign. So yeah, that's a good point of clarification. Other things that you'll notice. One, if you're an original Wroth backer, so there's been a lot of commentary about the rules on Wroth. The original rule book was not, is something that has received a fair amount of critique, let's say, over the course of the game's existence over the last year since it released. And just want to call out that we do have an update pack for Wroth with a brand new rulebook that has been streamlined significantly, improved in its explanations significantly, and also will be offering clarifications for elite troops and some of the more common edge cases that we have seen come up over the course of the last year. That is available for $5 on the campaign. Now, if you are a Wroth backer and you're like, I really want that update pack, but I don't have the money to go in on Wreck, or I don't feel like paying the flat campaign shipping for just a single update pack because I'm not going to purchase anything else, we are going to be offering that update pack as a pre-order item for the same price on our website sometime during the campaign, and throughout the pledge manager and that kind of thing, where you'll be able to purchase it through the website and have it ship at a more affordable rate to your region if that is something that you are interested in. So just want to call that out as well. Last thing, I'm just gonna again, we're ripping off the Band-Aid. There is no solo and co-op in Wreck, and there will be no solo and co-op in Wroth moving forward now under this new Neon Knight edition. Again, to make the game as retail friendly as possible, every single component, every single item in the box needs to come under intense scrutiny because margins are of the essence when it comes to retail friendly products. And we just didn't feel like solo co-op had the right amount of juice to make it worthwhile to keep in the game moving forward. I know at the Chip Theory level, especially for our fans, that is going to be, we know it will be / has already been a fairly controversial decision, and we're not shying away from that. We're tackling it head on and just letting you know, moving forward, solo and co-op will not be a part of the Wroth universe. We are really, really leaning into what we think this game is absolutely best at, and that is its PvP experience. So I think that's all the like really, really general basic notes. Anything I missed, guys, that you think should be tackled?
Well, I'll say there's not currently a how to play video for this. There's one being worked. There are 6 faction videos, trailer. We're going to do a how to play in this stream, but how to play video is going to be worked on and up in the next few days.
You can watch there's a handful of, like, we paid for a sponsored preview through Tim Chuan, who is a huge Wroth fan. Wroth was his game of the year last year, which we are exceptionally humbled and excited about still. So Tim and his crew out in California did a playthrough of Wreck, and that's a great place where you can also go and see just how all the new mechanics and all that kind of stuff work. But we are going to be covering all of that in this stream today as well. Yep. And as you said, video coming eventually.
Yeah, next few days.
Next few days.
I was finishing up the faction videos yesterday.
Beautiful.
That's the focus. Check out those faction videos if you want to see a breakdown of each of the factions. I outline every unit and every feat.
Every feat.
One other thing, this person has clarified the metal stuff. It says it's only for 7. You're looking at the wrong metal pack. Get the Wreck metal pack is the one you're looking for.
Yes, there's a Wroth metal pack and a Wreck metal pack. Oh, now I'm logged out of my computer. This is a disaster. We're gonna need to get our stagehand to come and hand me my computer so I can fingerprint unlog it again. We have it out of frame, and now we can't see how the campaign's doing anymore. I will also just mention the stretch goals for push that way out of the way. There we go. The stretch goals for this campaign, they all tie back to the Feats Challenge Pack, which you'll note is called out at the top of the campaign. We anticipate this is going to be about a $10 value by the time we finish unlocking the stretch goals, or seeing how many stretch goals we do unlock, I should mention. And this is a sort of alternate feat pack that's going to allow you to use a bunch of new generic feats. We have not designed pretty much any of these yet, so what you are going to find when you click into any of the stretch goals is a really, really bad but good feat joke. Mm-hmm. And I just, as somebody who wrote a great deal of these feat jokes, I would just really appreciate it is if as we unlock stretch goals, you check out my bad feat jokes.
Yeah, I'll say good is subjective when you're looking at
You have to compliment him in the comments too every time.
Yes, please do. I feel like it is serving as a sort of warm-up for writing some flavor text for Too Many Bones sequel. So just know, as you read these terrible feat jokes, this is what you have to look forward to potentially in the future in terms of
Too Many Feet.
Yes, in Too Many Feet, our new Too Many Bones sequel.
Too many carpals, too many feet bones.
Okay. Ryan, anything else you want to add or clarify before we jump into some of these questions?
No, other than actually the we could probably, not today, but maybe later on in the stream if people want to play with some of the general feats, because those actually they have been being worked on, so there's still a few that need to be tested to make sure they're quite locked in, but yeah, we could show some of those off later on in this campaign.
There are 4 general feats that come in Wreck already outside of this stretch goal pack that we're talking about. And those, again, are meant to give some of the factions that weren't designed with boats in mind some options for how they can still exploit the use of boats on the Wreck map. So, and then the Feats Challenge Pack will add even additional layers of options for you. So anyway, check that out.
Feats Challenge Pack sounds like what Bruce Willis did on Die Hard.
You should write that one down.
I don't, what?
Because you had to walk on the glass.
Barefoot on the glass.
Remember Die Hard? The Christmas movie Die Hard?
Okay. We're going to jump into questions. It's been way too long since I've seen Die Hard, so this is like...
That's like the whole thing.
Someone will get that joke.
I will also mention that this campaign will be running through Gen Con. So if you happen to be attending Gen Con and these spots haven't filled up, I actually don't know how are we filling those spots? Are they filled?
I don't know
For
what
the
spots we're
plays.
even talking about.
For the
Oh.
rec plays.
Yeah, you will be able to play Wreck if this. Do you know how those spots are being filled?
I'm not sure how
Amanda,
we're.
or they
Yeah,
just-
the I don't know. Devin may be in the chat and he may be able to answer that. Is it? Are we doing official events? I don't even know.
We are not doing official events. They will be first come, first serve at the booth to sign up for.
As Amanda's off mic, I will reiterate: we are not doing official events. We are doing first come, first serve at the booth to sign up. So if you want to sign up for a play of Wreck, you can come learn it. You can come put your hands on the 3D printed, not final pieces, and be like, man, these would be so much better if they were final. And then when they are final, you can have them when you back it.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
I would say you're painting a really compelling, just picture in general about
Yeah.
about all of this.
This is
Yeah.
my narrow cast, where I'm just also pitching it only to people going to Gen Con who happen to be in this live stream.
Okay, let's dive in. We don't have a ton of questions, so ask some, y'all. Ask some questions.
There's a
And-
few that aren't pictured here that are not Wreck related as well, that are popping up, such
Let's
as
do the-
20 Strong Jump Masters progress.
Okay.
I think
But-
a 20 strong version of Drum Masters.
Yeah.
Well, can we probably do the rec ones first, or
Yes.
no?
Yeah. So let's jump into the questions that we've got. So Wroth is the only game I don't have from you guys. Is this game a totally different game than Wroth? It is entirely standalone. So in that sense, it is completely different. But mechanically, it's very, very similar. And again, all of the factions within Wreck work with Wroth. So yes, it's a totally different game, but also no. If that makes sense. We went back and forth on like whether we should call, different companies have tried different things with like calling stuff like this an expand-alone or a standalone expansion, that kind of thing. We just wanted to be hyper crystal clear. If you buy Wreck, you're going to have a great experience, and it is entirely self-contained and eminently playable in just its own terms. So yes, in that sense, it is a completely different game. But again, the mechanics are very, very similar. There's a couple of twists and turns that you'll get to experience.
Yeah. I mean, so basically, like anything you can do on land is the same as it works in Wroth, like the exact same. So all of the action dice, they do the same things. All of the all-seen dice stuff, Exoduses, those all work the same way. But then there's an additional kind of water component and the boat component, and so all of the action dice do something else unique when you're interacting with the boat stuff, and then that also kind of changes like the balance of power in terms of like how some of the units work, a little bit more or less effectively on this map, and it makes the attack action more valuable, things like that. So. It's very familiar, but then like the water kind of adds a different, action sequencing and like choice mechanic.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you want to do a quick like how to play, or do we want to do the question? Because we can.
Well, there's
just
only
do
two
a
more
quick
questions
one.
right now, so
Okay.
we'll tackle those, and then if no more questions are coming in, we can jump into the kind of how it all works. Question: does the dark mode map handle 5 to 6 people also? It does not. That is just an alternate version of the stock maps that come with both Wreck and with Wroth. As we say all the time, if there is something like that, like if dark mode for 5 to 6 people is something that you would really, really enjoy, let us know in the comments. If we hear enough people requesting it, I know Metal Boats is another one that we've heard, like at least in our Discord ahead of the campaign. If that's something that you would like to see made purchasable or for us to make, we can. We're always evaluating all of that stuff, and we can talk about it, and we may yet end up offering it. But it won't be a part of the neoprene mats. Like this are one of the most expensive things in everything that we do. So if we were to offer a dark mode 5 to 6 player map, again, that would be a separate purchase, not something that just gets tossed in. So question: is Wreck a step up in complexity or just a different setting? I would say it is a modest step up in complexity, but not anything that you will have a hard time grokking or figuring out in short order. Yeah.
Yeah, some of the
'cause
factions are a little funkier.
It does the same kind of stuff as Wroth, where you're just sort of like, well, whatever you have in front of you tells you what you can do, and so the kind of extra complexity is just sort of like, we have a choice. If I have this, I could do. If I have an attack die, I could choose to do a normal end attack, or I could choose to do a cannon attack. Like, and that's kind of the only real complexity addition.
Yep, the cannon attacks do work a little bit different. They are dice rolls rather than being hyper deterministic, the way that pretty much everything else in the game is, aside from the dice that you roll before you draft them. So there is a little bit of chaos added by that, which I very, very much enjoy, because it makes the strategy just a little bit less certain. Makes things a little bit more tenuous.
Makes the attack phase more attractive too.
Yes.
You get to,
Yeah.
Giving you access to boat attacks means you can
Yeah.
do a lot more.
But yeah, generally speaking, if you can learn Wroth in 15 minutes, which I think you easily can, I think you can learn Wreck in about 17 minutes. It doesn't add a significant layer of complexity.
I have some other questions as well too. I know that's the last one there, but I've got a few.
You should ask us
Go
before the
for it.
stream
Go for it.
Why do you insist on saying I should ask questions before the stream? That's
I'm just saying you, because you're saying you have some questions.
I will. So you touched on progress on 20 Strong, Awakened Realms, and Jump Masters. I will just note the container that was arriving for the United States for both of those games was modestly delayed. We had hoped it would arrive last week. It is arriving tomorrow morning at about 7:00 a.m. So
it's massively overloaded, and it's going to be over 90 degrees.
It's overweight, so we have to live unload it. But I'm not going to get into all that. But we are under a massive heat advisory here in Minnesota, and it's like 95 degrees. So we're going to have a good old time unloading that container tomorrow, and fulfillment should start shortly thereafter. Hopefully, I would say by the end of the week, we will maybe have some orders starting to go out and fulfilled. So, yeah.
Somebody has asked, will this be available in Portuguese? And I think that will just extend to any languages.
Yeah.
What do we know about languages?
Yeah, let's talk about language edition. So we put out a Wroth language edition update last week, and you should all read it to find out where your language edition currently stands. And again, so there was a gentleman who commented on our YouTube on the YouTube trailer yesterday, saying like, "Hey, it's really a bummer that the Wreck campaign is launching before I've even gotten my Wroth French edition." And I would say yes, that is true, and we don't love that, and that's exactly why we have decided not to move forward with language editions on campaigns anymore. Again, not because we don't want to do a ton of language editions. We're doing more than ever, and we're going to continue doing more than ever. But again, it's just the logistics attached to putting language editions on campaigns ultimately was leading to almost entirely feel bad moments across the board. We were feeling bad about how long things were taking. I think language partners were feeling bad that they were missing some of the dates that we were promising on the campaign, which again is mostly an us problem, not a them problem. But and backers were feeling bad that things were taking so long, and we were, again, Heroes of Tamriel being another example. There's lots of people who don't have their original Elder Scrolls yet, and we have already run a expansion campaign for the Elder Scrolls. All of that just led up to a bunch of stuff where we're just like, you know what, we're not doing this anymore. Instead, we're going to work directly with language partners to release these games in as many languages as possible, and then they can communicate directly to their customer base and give much more accurate timelines on when things might fulfill. So, as it relates to Portuguese, as it relates to any foreign language, yes, we absolutely want to release Wreck in every single foreign language. And the other thing is that the retail editions of both of these games make that so much more attractive to all of our language partners. I mentioned the MSRPs going up on all of these. The final version of Wroth, again, kind of caught our language partners off guard with how expensive it ended up being to produce at the end of the day. And
these guys mostly, right? It was a big part.
it was everything. Honestly, it was just everything. And so the fact that we are now, one, we raise the MSRP of these games moving forward, which makes it much better for language partners, and two, the fact that retail editions can exist and coexist with deluxe versions makes the whole line much more attractive. So while I don't think we've signed any contracts, I'm not making any like firm promises on any of this stuff. The bottom line is I think we've taken a lot of steps that make it much more likely that you're going to see both of these games in the languages that we're already committed to on Wroth, but then also potentially a much wider spectrum of languages as we move forward, because we've re-engineered some of the things so that they can actually make a little bit of money on it, which is tremendously helpful.
We hit 100,000 also.
Yes, yeah, we're over $100,000 on the campaign, which is awesome.
You.
Stretch goals are starting to unlock now. If we haven't published the second one, hopefully somebody on my team who's watching can go ahead and publish the second stretch goal. Yeah, man, thank you in advance. Not in advance, I'm saying that again. Thank you for your support of this game and this game line. We're just so excited about the future of Wreck and the Wroth universe. It's awesome. It's awesome. I love this game. I love this series.
I can't see any of the questions because of there's a light in the way.
Okay, yeah.
There's one that is part of a. So there's a question that says, would you be able to play 2 to 4 player on the new 5 to 6 player map? But also, somebody had said, there's a second part to that one somewhere.
Bill is confetti.
We hit the big thing. Would you be able to play 2 to 4 player on the new 5? Oh, that is the same question. There was one that was essentially that question.
Well, there was another one that said,
can you replace it?
Could you play 2 to 4 player on the new 5 to 6 player map?
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Someone asked you if you can replace it.
I can answer that. So I suppose you could, in theory. I would not recommend doing that because when we were doing the 5-6 player mat stuff, we were basically, because in theory you could play with 5-6 player on a regular Wroth or Wreck mat, or not even a Wreck, but because of the different deployment zones. But on Wroth, you could play with 5-6 player in theory on a regular map, but it was not a super ideal experience because the mat would get too clogged up with different factions, so it would be hard for you to progress. So if you wanted to play 2 to 4 player on a bigger map, you could, but you would probably run into the opposite problem, which is that there would be not necessarily enough units on the board to adequately contest all the different regions. And so you would have a lot of kind of instances of people just kind of scoring a lot of uncontested points, which is maybe not what you want. We basically tried to size up both the Wreck and the Wroth maps so that they have a proportionally identical number of regions. Regions to players at 6 that the original one does at 4. So you could try it though. I mean, it's not like there's anything that would be stopping you from doing it other than it might not be the best experience. So.
Yep. What is
this mic away from you because you're by far the loudest.
I am? I mean, I'm usually the loudest anyway because I bother to project. Andrew.
Yes, I know. I'm terrible.
Yes, you're not. What is the best question about Wreck that you don't expect to get asked? I should have thought about that question before I read it out loud because I'm not even sure.
I think one thing that people will be surprised by, that I think we were kind of surprised by when we were working on it, is how even though there's not a huge amount of mechanical difference between Wreck and Wroth, that both when you're playing the Wroth factions in Wreck and vice versa, it changes how a lot of the factions play in a very kind of interesting way. In fact, we selected the factions we have out in front of us today because they all kind of do something a little bit different in Wreck. So that is one thing that I found to be really neat, is that like, oh, okay, well, oftentimes like there's sort of like a go-to strategy where you're picking like one or two of like a faction's elite units more often in one version of the game, and then maybe when you play the other version of the game, it's like, oh, actually this one is actually kind of cooler. I should use this one more often in this version, which is kind of a neat, sort of unexpected thing that we ran into as we were working on it.
I don't know that I have a great answer. I would just this is not really an answer to a question that I would in the same way. But if somebody were just to ask me like, why should I back this campaign? I've just been saying, to anyone who would listen in the office over the last week, Wroth is the only game in the Chip Theory catalog / Neon Knight catalog, but it's the only game in our overarching catalog, I would say, that I would bust out confidently with almost any level of gamer.
Yeah.
I think it's a fantastic way to take somebody who doesn't normally play things with a lot of asymmetry, doesn't play things that are a little bit more tactical, and kind of show them like what board games are capable of in a really, really cool way. I don't think it's a gateway game necessarily, but it's accessible enough that you can kind of use it and get somebody to try that out. And it has enough asymmetry and tactical depth and interest and variability that I'd also I will break it out with people who are heavy gamers and love like really heavy area control games and that kind of thing as well. I just think it hits a really, really great sweet spot, and it is just such a joy to look at and interact with because of just the stunning, vibrant art and the way that plays with the neoprene and the neon tokens and components and everything. Like, I just love getting this game out every single time, and we weren't sure how the original Wroth campaign exactly was going to go. We felt good about it, but it was such a different thing for us that we didn't really know. And I think especially this second go around, I view aside the fact that they're both sort of nautically themed is ironic, but this is sort of like the undertow to Wroth. That if undertow is to Too Many Bones as Wreck is to Wroth, I think, in that I really think this is going to be a massive kind of push forward that's really going to bring this game and this line into the limelight. And we've done a lot of work to polish the rough edges on Wroth, and I think this Neon Knight release of both of these titles is really just going to bring this game to the next level in a really awesome way. So that's not really an answer to a question, but it sort of is. I don't know.
Somebody's asked, wouldn't it be better to make the mat double-sided, one side for 5 to 6, one side for 2 to 4? No.
No, because it would. I mean, so in addition to, I think this is. I don't think this was necessarily up to date when we launched the campaign. I think it has been updated now. Shannon was messaging me about it, but there are other components that come with that thing that are additional components, and if you made the board, honestly, I should go and grab it because we've been playing on a drawn by me 5-6 player board that is basically the same size as this, and it's insane looking. And so you have to make the board bigger for it to be legible, and then it would be way unnecessarily large for playing to 2 to 4 players. So because the board will probably double and close to double in size probably for the 5-6 player.
Yeah. Isn't the 5-6 player pack as well the mat double-sided to be Wreck, one side Wroth?
Correct.
Yes.
Yep.
So it'll cover both your games. It's not replacing an existing mat. And if you don't want to engage with 5 to 6 player, you don't buy the pack.
Yeah. It needs to be larger. If we will probably lean into making it because we're selling it separately. We can make it as large as we really think is beneficial, but bare minimum, it would need to be a little bit larger, which would necessitate an even larger box.
Yeah.
for these games and that kind of thing. There's all sorts of goofy decisions that go into a lot of or lots of goofy variables that go into some of these decisions that we make. But it's a fair question. Would you consider offering Wreck Solo as a standalone pack? We would not. We would not. Again, just without getting into just like disparaging the mode or like whatever. We're like the PvP for this game is so good, and the solo we don't think solo was just like bad, but it really wasn't up to the same level that the PvP experience is. And part of it is that we don't want people buying the game like exclusively for a mode that we're not quite as proud of, or like setting expectations based on, the awards that the game has won, and then they play solo and co-op and they don't get an experience that they feel like is really award-winning. But again, there's also it's just a tremendous amount of development work as well. We went back and looked at like what resources would it take to rejigger this from the ground up, and it wasn't going to allow us to release this stuff with a feasible timeline. On top of that, the way and you'll see once we start playing, like the way that the ships operate in Wreck specifically, just would not have worked with the current like AI and Automa that we've developed for the game, and we didn't want to hamstring what the game was best at to serve a mode that we didn't feel the game was best at, and that had a sort of lukewarm reception. So there's a whole bunch of reasons for it. I mean, again, we know that that decision, that conversation is going to be controversial. We know it's going to be ongoing. We know that we're going to be playing defense in the comments probably until the campaign closes. But that is the final decision. Solo and co-op in this line is no more. Yeah. We're sorry, but also not that sorry, because again, PvP is what this game was built to do the best. So yeah,
we still love our solo players. Like our last campaign had that in it, and our next campaign is going to have it in it.
Yes,
we're not abandoning that audience at all.
Especially at the chip theory level. Again, the Neon Knight has different goals. Neon Knight stuff has different goals, and while some Neon Knight games will definitely still have solo, it's not a guarantee or a focus in the way that stuff that we do at the chip theory level has solo as like front and center. So this is not some like great move away from solo gaming or anything along those lines. It's just kind of a reset on this specific product line.
Yeah, literally the last campaign was a solo.
Yes,
game.
yeah. We've done a number of solo only campaigns. Solos. Yeah, that's not going to change. Yeah. What is the difference between the deluxe editions of the game compared to retail? All of the details about the retail edition have not necessarily been fully fleshed out yet in terms of like, what are the boats going to look like in the retail version or any of that kind of stuff. But broadly speaking, the retail version for sure will have cardboard boards and player consoles rather than neoprene. The retail version, I don't know
cards, I think.
Yeah, we'll have cardboard cards rather than PVC cards. And the retail version may lose some of the like fancy dice treatments that we've got for a more simple or affordable process.
Sculpts, too,
I think that's still TBD.
Okay.
I think that's still TBD. We're looking at whether or not we will do the plastic sculpts or whether we will move to like wooden meeple type things. There's also, again, there's challenges and like whatever stuff that comes with that. Like if you do wooden meeples, what happens to the ships and the boats and all that kind of thing. So we're still kind of figuring that out. That's why it's still a year away, even though like a lot of the stuff should theoretically be ready to go for it already. Like we have some decisions to make in terms of getting that retail product fully fleshed out. But there will be a lot more details about that coming in the future.
Yeah.
But for sure, no neoprene. For sure, no PVC cards. That much I can say with absolute certainty. So,
somewhat tag-on question to that I spotted in there was, what is in the update pack? Do we know what is in the update pack?
We don't we haven't like firmly locked this in. But what I guarantee will be in the update pack is a new rule book, again that has some of these clarifications, elite troop clarifications, and streamlining. We will be addressing a handful of the solo cards that were like really kind of broken in certain capacities with certain factions. So we will be making some modest changes to a handful of solo cards. Again, despite getting rid of solo mode, we're trying to support folks who own it already to whatever extent we can. It will have a new Runin mat that corrects the typo that is on there that calls what are these guys supposed to be called?
I don't remember.
I can't remember.
No clue.
The Runin troops
it is
have a
not
specific
referenced
name.
anywhere
The
on
mat
there.
has the word horde printed on it, which comes from the Uglin mat instead, which was just a typo and oversight. But the other thing is that one of the things that you'll find when we do put out the streamlined rules is that the order of phases in the game is changing ever so slightly. And that has a very, very minimal impact across almost every faction, but it does impact the Runin in particular in a handful of ways. And so this was also an opportunity for us to kind of upgrade that mat, correct that mat, make it in line with the way that the rules are going to be handled moving forward. So those are the things that I know for sure are going to be in there. We're still looking at whether any other feats need additional clarification or some of those types of things. But the big ones are the new rule book, the Runin mat, and then a couple of improved solo card experiences. So
We have like an internal committee that is making recommendations. But if you have something that you think should be in there, drop it in the comments so that we can see it.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be great.
Yep.
Somebody has also, as an extension on that, asked if all the factions were getting updated as an add-on to that question, basically.
No,
No.
no, none of them are mechanically changing at all.
Yep.
So we feel pleased with them.
What is the sweet spot player count for this game? And I think we could answer that for both Wroth and for Wreck because again, I think there will be a number of people jumping on this campaign that have maybe not played Wroth yet.
I feel like that's a preference.
I like playing it at. I mean, 3. We're playing it at 3 today, which is still fun. But I like playing it either at 2 or at 4 the most, probably.
Yeah.
2 is just fun because like you just have one opponent and you're kind of trying to like figure out what they're going to do. And then 4 is like very still deterministic, but like very chaotic. 5 and 6 is fun too.
5 and
That's
6
that's
is
kind
very
of it's
fun.
kind of a different. It's kind of a different beast, but like that's. You'll see
It's
when we show
messy.
that off. It's that one. It's like it's very crazy, but then there's a lot of like interesting other things that are going on to speed up gameplay or to just give people more opportunities to like kind of sneak in on stuff and things like that. So
Yeah. 2 players very like if you're into like competitive card games, it feels like that. And most of the games last like 3 rounds, and it's very quick and very decisive actions. 4 players just fun though. I love lots of players.
4 players really fun on Wreck in particular because you really start to get some issues with boat position or ship positioning where you can't share the same spot on the map with another ship.
Yep.
And so you can kind of like use your ships to block other people in some kind of fun ways. It's a cool thing.
I'm trying to remember. I don't know if I've ever. I'm trying to think back to like in the early days, playing PvP in like on streams and stuff. I can't remember if I've ever played this 2-player. There's
I don't know
probably a
if you
stream of
have,
me playing a
maybe.
2-player like way back in the day, maybe directly against me. But I think I've really only played it at 3, 4, and now we did play it at 6 the other day. That was Wroth that we were playing at 6, not Wreck. I prefer. There's very few games that I don't personally prefer playing with more people, even when it lengthens the game. There's a handful of games that I think get way too long with too many players, but I generally prefer playing this game at 4-player, and I really enjoyed the 6-player game that we played as well. I think that, and that was with not final rules. I think there's still a handful of things that might be being adjusted for 6-player, but 6-player was really, really fun. I just love the chaos. I'm not your prototypical like Euro gamer who wants to min-max every single move. Like I really like creating chaos.
Mm-hmm.
In any game I play. I have the most fun doing that, whether I win or whether I lose. So, you guys have all heard me talk about that before too.
I was just laughing because I was remembering what you did in that game because you were playing with the Uglin and you just like dropped a bunch of people on one spot toward the end.
Yeah.
It was funny.
One of my favorite things about playtesting is trying to break games, and I rarely succeed. but I always like trying the really, really, really stupid like one-note strategy to see just like if I can crowbar a victory out of this really dumb strategic loophole. And again, usually you can't, but occasionally, especially in early playtesting of games, sometimes you can find something that's just stupidly overpowered, and you can,
add on to that adjusting of factions question that was asked. Someone has asked, will we be updating the coda? They seem too powerful. There will be no balance changes to anything, to my understanding. We
No
honestly
balance
feel
changes.
everything's pretty balanced.
I think like there's been some confusion over how the trappers are worded on that, and
Yes.
so I
They
don't know
should
what
be discarded
that will,
when they are used.
Yeah, so
They
that
do
that will
not
be
sit there.
that will be clarified in some form, probably in the rules itself. So that, but no balance changes. Coda are certainly powerful, but I think it's I don't all the factions have really interesting things you could do with them, and I'd say in our internal testing we generally find that like ultimately it's about how you play any of the factions rather than the faction itself. So
I will say the Alden, a faction I find to be quite underpowered, if I'm saying personal things, by far the most wins of a faction that I've ever heard from people in general. So like, I just don't think there is a call for anything being unbalanced. I think it's all personal preference. And it feels bad to lose to a big bear man, and I get it. Just beat him later, though. I don't know. Something else.
Would you rather get wrecked or get wrothed?
I guess
Which this actually kind of goes with a separate question. That is, if you had to pick out Wroth or Wreck, which one would you choose?
I
Well,
would say
I-
that does not at all.
I would say in real life, I think I'd rather. I guess I'd rather get wrothed, which means that I would be mad. I'd rather get mad than like
Drunk?
get really hurt, like.
Oh.
But I.
You're trying to like literally,
yeah,
if somebody
literally,
was
yeah.
going to.
If I was going to get
do
wrothed,
something to
yeah,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to get wrecked. But I mean, I like both games quite a bit. I prefer Wreck a little bit more, both because I worked on this one a fair amount, which so I have like a sentimental attachment to it, but also there's some really the way that the boats work in this game, the ships work in this game, is really interesting because like it makes the timing of what you do matter even more than it does in Wroth, in my opinion. And so like there's all sorts of like really interesting, like, oh, well, if I do this in this order, then I can do this odd thing, or like I can, if I use my all-seeing die and it's on the assault side, I can move and then do a ship attack in the same turn, or things like that. So it really makes those considerations about who's going first and what you're doing first and all that stuff even more meaningful, in my opinion. And so I just think, I think such a big part of like any game that we make here is like making the player feel smart. Like we want to have all these interactions that where you're like, oh wait, what if I did this and then I did this, then I could do that and I would be successful. Like and that feels so good. And I think that this game really opens up a lot of opportunities for that. So I like that about it.
Yeah, with the caveat that I have only played Wreck once, and I haven't tried any of the new factions yet. I would say my answer to this question, again based on my limited amount of experience with Wreck, would be it would depend on my mood. If I wanted something a little bit less crunchy, again I would probably gravitate toward Wroth. It's a little bit easier to teach because you don't have the boat mechanics, and there's a little bit less to think about and manage from a tactical perspective. If I was feeling like, hey, I want like I'm playing with a little bit more experienced gamers who want more tactics and more crunch, then I would lean toward Wreck. The boat manipulation adds a really interesting wrinkle and layer to the whole proceedings. But I really, really like both of them, and I would never turn down an opportunity to play either. To be honest, they're really, really solid, both of them. Yeah.
I mean, I'm also biased because I worked on this one a lot, so I would probably go Wreck because I like the factions a bit more. I like my ghosts.
What are your favorite factions in across? I think they're kind of asking this across the entire line. So
Across the entire line, I like the ghosts. I made them, so I should.
And they are called the Wroth.
The Wroth, which is a dumb name that I gave. Let's see. I like the Ooglin. I like their art's probably my favorite in the game.
Yeah, the art is cool.
They're very cool. And I like their nasty abilities. Their nameless are very mean, and the Karns are very balanced and okay to me. The Giants are really weird.
The Overkin.
They're very much the most skill testing one that I have played. They have so many less basic troops, and then their whole thing is about controlling regions, which is hard to do because you have way less basic troops. So it's really interesting to figure them out. But yeah, I like them all. Honestly, I like the whole new batch quite a bit.
I like the Murren, like the Mer people a lot from the new
Yes, I
stuff.
forgot
They're
about
my favorite from the new ones. And
Yeah,
I like the Runen a lot. Like I know some
Yes.
people think they're a little underpowered, but like I love the art obviously, but then I think when you're playing on regular Wroth, the Ram is like so fun and goofy, and
Yep.
then and then as we might see today, depending on how things go, like I think being able to drop guys like the miner like directly onto an island territory here is really important to be able to do that. And then the Stoics are also quite good in Wreck as well. So
It's very interesting how. That's another thing I really like about the transition from Wroth to Wreck is how transformative it is on existing factions. Like some of them are so juiced in weird ways, but not like that they're unbalanced. Just they feel more powerful in a different way.
Yeah.
You don't really care about Rams that much, and
I'm bad at both of these games. Thank you. Thank you for confirming.
no problem. I'm here for
I'm
it.
trying to, and again, I haven't tried any of the new Wreck factions yet. So, but from the original Wroth factions, I'm trying to think. I'd probably, it's probably between Ooglin and Guild for me. Probably. I really like taking all the Korra. That is a fun thing that, and the Guild's feat that allows for that to happen. But then I often feel like I am not good at doing anything after I do that. It's a really fun aha moment, and then I'm like, now I will continue to be bad.
I'll say the guild's mad ability is quite a bit better in Wreck than it is in Wroth.
yes.
I like the parasite ability of the Ooglin, and I probably overuse it to not great effect. But that one's really, really fun. I like them a lot. I don't know. Whatever. Such a corporate answer to say I like them all. So I'm trying not to give that answer. I'm trying to just be honest. But I also I am not one who, I'm not like a fighting game player who always chooses Ryu in Street Fighter. I just always keep dancing around and choosing all sorts of things. Generally speaking, I draw a random faction and I just roll with it and go with it and see how things go, and I always have a good time. So it's hard for me to pick a true favorite. But yeah. I think that is all the questions that we have coming in. So keep questions coming as they pop up on the screen. I may kind of interrupt the teach here of what's going to go on, but we are going to show you how to play Wreck. So I think we can just jump in. I don't think we need to. Without further ado.
Okay. So Gilly noted earlier in the stream that in the redone rulebook, we are slightly changing the order of operations in terms of the phases in the game. All that means is that we are moving spoils and groundwork to the end of the round, they're still in the same place relative to each other and relative to the rest of the phases as they were before. So in current Wroth, it goes spoils and then groundwork, and then it goes all the way over to scoring at the end. And now those things just take place after scoring, which is what they would have done anyway, because they would start at the next round. So we have our there's a couple changes to setup here. So as you can see, we have 5 units out here instead of instead of 3 because we're kind of simulating that first groundwork. So we don't want to slow down the pace of game by moving groundwork to the end of the first round. And then in Wreck, up to 2 of those 5 can go on boats. And usually that's a better thing to do, so I've gone ahead and made sure that we all have guys in boats to start out with. The gameplay works the same way that normal Wroth works, where you roll the dice and then you draft. But each of the symbols does one additional thing besides its normal thing that it does. Amanda, can we switch over to this board here, and so I can have a close up of the different die faces? Okay, great.
There you go.
Okay, so actually I'll do that one last. So we got Cora here. So Cora still does the normal thing of you get a Cora. But then the other thing it can do is it can salvage wrecks. So when a ship loses its last guy via damage, it flips over and it becomes a wreck, and it basically serves as a barrier where people can pass through a wreck space, but they have to they have to spend 1 extra movement to get out of that space. So if you salvage something by using the Cora thing, you can just pull it back and put it in its owner's deployment zone. So, if this was mine, I could put it in my deployment zone, but if this was Andrew's, I could still use the salvage, but it would go back to Andrew. We've got the reinforce, so that still, as in the regular game, puts 2 guys down into a region that you have units in. But you can also do that and put 2 guys directly into a boat. So either in your deployment zone or elsewhere out on the map. They can go right into there. And then you can also use that to salvage a wreck. So another thing you can do to salvage a wreck.
Just get some of the ones.
All right, then there's this, so you can still do your normal movement. But the other thing you can do is you can move a boat up to 3 different nodes. So on the main map, there is a bunch of different nodes on the map where you can have 1 ship per node, and you can move a ship up to 3 spaces, and then either before or after that, you can move guys onto or off of it. So you could have 2 guys on land, move them onto the boat, and move the boat 3 spaces, or you could have a boat and then move out to 3 spaces and then move 2 guys off. So we kind of have that's kind of like an important rule for moving boats, is you can never move guys onto and off of a boat in the same action. And the last thing we have is these attacks. So, attacks still work like they do normally on land, but if you're attacking from land to sea, or from sea to land, or from sea to sea, then instead of doing a normal just 1 damage, you roll the dice. So let's just say that I had a boat that was kind of full up like this. So if I was going to be attacking on land with this boat, or to land from this boat, I would have 2 elite dice, because I got 2 elite troops here. These are our cannon dice. In the final version, these will not have waves in them. They'll have cannonballs or something like that. So I would roll these, and then I would deal the amount of damage rolled. So this would be 3 damage. So if I was attacking, this is if I was attacking from ship to ship, for example. If I was attacking from a ship to land, I would add 1 extra damage. So this would be doing 4 damage. It's just kind of a general rule of how this stuff works. And then if you're attacking from land to ship, so like if I had, you can only ever use 4 dice. Let's just say I had like these dice, or these units out on land, then I would pick 4 of these to be represented. So I could have 2 elites and 2 commons. I could have 4 commons. I could have 3 elites and 1 common, whatever you want to do. And you would roll those, and then instead of doing the extra damage you're attacking from land to sea, I could then choose to re-roll any number of these. So this one only does half damage, so it would be rounded down. If there's no other halves, I would re-roll this one. Oh, look, I got 4, so that's great. There are different odds on these dice, so there's sometimes reasons you'd want to use one over the other. So there are actually 2 misses on the elite side dice, but the other 4 sides are 1 damage, and then there's 1 side that has 2 damage, whereas on the common dice, there's no actual misses, but only 2 of the sides do a full damage, then 3 sides do a half damage, and then 1 side just gives you a Cora, which is nice. So that's roughly how sea attacks or cannon attacks work. So that's basically the main difference of rules. You can only do cannon attacks when you are using either an attack die or if you're using the assault action on the LC die. So.
The other important note is that this map, it's not visually called out in this map right now, but the sea itself is cut down the middle of the map, and there's basically an eastern sea and a western sea, and those are territories that can be controlled and scored points off of. So. Yeah, that's one more thing. Again, we don't have that line in the map yet. The final version of the map will have that better elucidated for the player. But that is another kind of new thing: is controlling the sea as a region.
Well, that's actually a good reminder too. So this is the other thing that's quite important, which is that elite units do not count for victory points, and they cannot use their powers while they are on ships.
Well, they don't award the victory point bonus. They still count towards control.
They count towards control, but like they only count towards control, and they count toward
Peace count.
For you can use them for like their cannon dice or whatever.
Sure.
But they do not count for any of their powers that they would be using, or like any victory point bonuses, which is like interesting. So it's like they still count as that when they're on your faction mat. So for example, you might be able to deploy like an iron will to a boat if you wanted to, potentially. But then normally you wouldn't be able to move that iron will, but you can actually move the iron will off of the boat onto land, at which point then its powers take effect, so then it could not move after that, for example.
Same with trappers.
Yes,
Indeed. Also, trappers can, on a ship, be attacked first.
Yes, because their powers are turned off.
Yep.
So, and that was one thing that we like about the way that this works is that like there is definitely benefit to being on the water, but like ultimately you're going to get more points if you're going to be able to getting guys on land, which is good because getting guys on land is a little bit harder in this version of the game, and the keeping there is also a little harder because of ship attacks and things like that. So.
Yeah. Additionally, just for the Wroth and Wreck rules, just if somebody's not familiar with either. This is our map. There's 8 regions upon it. 1 and 2 are the sea regions. Then we've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Victory point tokens were randomly assigned to them. These were specifically sea tokens. These are specifically land tokens. If a player has the most pieces in general in one of these areas, they will get these points during the scoring phase. If it's tied, nobody gets them. If you're the only person with pieces there, you get that amount plus 1. And then during the spoils phase, if there's an icon on these, that thing happens. That thing happens to you when you control that region during spoils. And those spoils are scored in order. So if something would say, I scored spoil 5, which lets me deploy 2 guys directly. Ryan controls this, but I have 1 less guy than him. I could deploy 2 guys directly in there. Now I will also get that spoil because they're scored in order. And that's kind of the Wroth ones. And we're playing to 30?
Playing to 30, yeah.
Even though the mat says 29.
It says 29 because that was
formatting.
Formatting error when we were doing the demo version. So it'll be right in the final version. So I think that's about it in terms of like the big differences. So.
Someone's asking if we are going to do an Elder Scrolls stream soon.
No.
To cover new stuff. We will be doing a Gen Con stream. That is just all Gen Con stuff. We're going to kind of heavily talk on Elder Scrolls in that. And that's going to be talking about the new thing coming out at Gen Con, which
Let's just announce it. Let's just announce it right now.
Have we announced it?
We have not
Did we
technically
even say that there was a new
mentioned it.
thing coming?
I don't remember.
We have said there is a new thing coming. We haven't. I don't think we specifically said it was for Elder Scrolls, and I don't think we specifically said what it is.
So it's called the Scribe Pack. So it is last year, if for people who remember, we did the Chef Pack, which was a new class and then some new kind of like side quests and a food item. So this is a similar kind of product package this time. So it's a new class called the Scribe. Which is kind of this cool kind of magic-based class, but it's sort of like a multi-classy type thing where you can, as you upgrade the class, you are getting like additional powers that are adding onto it that are like these different grimoire cards, and that you can kind of like flip around to use different powers on them. I'm sure we'll show them off in a stream once because I think
Oh, yeah.
like
That's
the stuff is getting here. You know,
Yeah, we should be able to.
Yeah, I think
custom
it's actually coming with the stuff that is arriving like tomorrow. We have another container coming in the next week as well.
Yeah.
That is full of stuff. So yeah, look forward to that. Also, all of our Gen Con sales, stock permitting, and I say that because we'll be bringing some Wroth to Gen Con from the old stock, I believe, but we will not. It is sold out on our website now. But stock permitting, anything that we are offering at Gen Con, we are also going to be offering on the website during Gen Con. So any of our like bundle promotions and that kind of thing will be offered via the website. So look forward to that. And then the other thing that I'll just mention real quick before we get back to rec stuff, the Scribe Pack is going to be added to the Elder Scrolls Heroes of Tamriel Pledge Manager. You will be able to add it in the Heroes of Tamriel Pledge Manager for a limited time before we close that early next month. So yeah, you don't need to order it from the website if you don't want to. If you want it to come in your pledge, you will have an opportunity for a handful of weeks to go ahead and add it to your Heroes of Tamriel pledge. So that's the last we're going to say about Elder Scrolls, though.
Yeah.
Now back to rec. Yeah.
Lots of reasons to stop by the booth at Gen Con. Just do it. There's a Scribe Pack, Jump Masters, Awaken Realms,
Dragons of Etchenstone.
Dragons of Etchenstone.
Yeah, we got
so
a lot
much
of things.
stuff.
We're booth
Come
number
check it out.
1317.
Booth number
1317.
1317. That's almost.
For both of you watching that
one,
will be
three,
at Gen
three,
Con,
seven.
we will see you there. Yeah.
all three of us will literally see you there. Maybe
Yes.
if you come to see us.
Yes,
We'll be
absolutely,
there, so.
absolutely. Okay, so again, we talked a little bit about so the naval combat introduces some new attack dice with some different odds based on elite and basic troops. We've got the two different sea regions that we are now vying for control over, along with these individual islands, and all of the action dice now have a secondary function that's going to help out with the new rec, naval, and island control mechanics. That is the totality of what is different here, though you're going to see very quickly the way that manifests itself strategically changes a lot about how you think about Wroth and Wreck. So I think we can kind of dive in, and we'll make a point to try to over-explain everything, especially for the first few rounds, because again, I realize the way that the naval combat and stuff works might have appeared confusing without seeing it like in practice.
Once you
and that
see
kind
it,
of thing.
It's fairly simple.
Yeah.
So this is not officially in the rules that we're going to be posting, but the way we've been trying, it just says to determine a first player, but we've been determining a first player in rec in a kind of a fun way. So I want to introduce that on the stream, which is that how we do it is that everybody rolls all 6 of the cannon dice, and then whoever rolls the highest amount on the cannon dice of damage gets to go first. So.
Okay.
All right, so should I roll here or should I roll here for?
Roll on
okay,
that.
perfect. All right.
There you go.
So I rolled 1, 2, 3, 4 damage. So it's like rolling a d6, but you do more math.
Wow, that's less
So-
than that. 3.5.
3.5, yes.
Not much less.
Time to win. I did not win.
You tied.
They tied, so we
Yep.
already roll. You and I. So that's 3.5. I don't get the extra money before.
I think the
win.
first player rule should just be anyone who has a first or last name that starts with a W. What do you think
what
about
I
that?
say.
I
in
win.
the-
You,
wow.
yeah,
I'm
you
a
definitely
champion.
win. Wow, you did.
I'm a champion.
I think what I say
6.5 damage.
in the eventual video that will come is the last person who thought of the A-Rec sandwich at Potbelly. Not had one.
I had some playtesters in the other day, and we got some, and then one of them ordered
Am I
that just
rolling
because
here?
it was thematic to what we were
That's right.
doing.
Okay.
Do we have do we have Cora?
Oh yes,
to
you do have
start?
one Cora to start out with, yes, because
And we
there's
rolled the action
simulated
die.
growth.
All seeing die.
I'll see.
Call it the right thing.
What did I call? What did I say?
You said the action die.
Yeah, it's specifically not that, and that is actually important. Okay, who is your first player? What do
Yes.
you want? What
Uh,
want?
Forgive me, I'm going to be referencing what I can do with the boats.
Yeah, as much as we wanted to showcase the first player, JW being it is.
It's not great.
It's not
It's not great.
All right, I'm gonna grab.
This is Shannon asking, What is the plan for the Scribe Pack? Will we be selling it on the website during Gen Con, and will it be offered going forward or limited?
I already answered most of that. I think the plan is that
clarification.
this is not like a promo item. This will be just available, similar to the Chef Class Pack, which was also not a promo and is.
We're
still
not
the-
selling it directly on the website that week, right? Though it's Pledge
It would be a
Manager,
pre-order
and then we'll
if it's
throw
on
it up
the
on the
website?
website later.
I believe so. Yes. Yeah. When it
Okay.
goes up on the website, that will be a pre-order because we anticipate that between the Pledge Manager and our Gen Con sales, we will likely sell through the entire first print run pretty fast. So if you're ordering the Scribe Pack off the website and not as a part of the Pledge Manager or buying it at Gen Con, I would expect that will probably be like a holiday kind of release window of some kind because we're going to need to put in.
And somebody has also said those will come to Brazil if backed with other things in here.
Again, I am not in a position to guarantee or promise anything as it relates to languages or other regional releases. We sell our English editions worldwide, generally speaking, except for countries that we can't ship into easily. But again, anything as it relates to a language version of something comes from like language partner interest within that region. So if there is a language partner interested in printing it and making
I
it,
think they're asking about the English one. Like if they're able
Oh.
to back it during the campaign, would it be shipped with their order? I don't know if they'll be able to back it.
yeah, I'm trying to remember. Sometimes, again, shipping into Brazil, one of the reasons that we've been doing Portuguese is because Brazil is tough to like import into. So I want to stop short of promising that. But again, we are trying to get these translated into every language edition, and all of our partners are, especially when it's like low-hanging fruit, easier stuff like this, all of our language partners are very interested and definitely have plans to do so. So yeah.
Also, I would say if you're able to add it, then the answer is probably yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, so here's the starting point.
Ship from U.S. to Brazil.
Yes.
We cannot.
Yes, we
Yes.
cannot. Yeah, we cannot ship from the U.S. to Brazil.
Which is why I'm slightly confused on in their Heroes of Tamriel pledge, because presumably that wouldn't be going to Brazil.
Correct.
Okay.
They might not be asking about the pleasure.
Okay.
Okay, we're moving on.
I'm sure.
Wreck stuff.
You're first.
Okay, I'm going to use this to move guys onto this boat,
You can move that boat afterwards if you would like.
and I would like.
Because that's in camera.
And I get how many movement spaces?
Up to 3.
Up to 3.
So 1.
Let's go as close to the map as we can.
I'm gonna go here.
Okay. You cannot move your guys off because I know I'm not explaining to the audience as much as
Yep.
anybody, but you can't move your guys off because you have already moved guys on in the same movement with the die you have. All right.
Oh, I never chose a feat.
Oh, I didn't either. Yeah, I'm gonna choose the one that gives you 10 Cora.
No, I'm choosing the persistent, which is I consider to control regions that are tied. Yep.
I'll be interested to play that one with the Moran.
Well, 'cause
I'm
mine
taking the
technically
undermine,
don't
which is
control
going to
the
allow
region.
me to take Cora gain from a minor from other factions.
Beat the hell out of that guy.
Which I don't know if there's any factions at the table that get a lot of Cora, generally speaking. But if there happens to be one,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
plan
The one that kind of gets big
to
for
make
once.
their lives very sad.
Okay, I'm gonna use my reinforced. I'm gonna put 2 more guys on this boat.
Will the dice tray fit under the bottom left of the map if you slide the map up 2 inches? Is that a camera framing question?
No,
Yes,
that's the thing I just did.
Oh, okay, beautiful.
That's what dice tray is there now.
Mm-hmm.
I will get a money.
You would.
I am also going to get a money for my all-seeing die.
Okay.
You can't use. You gotta do the other thing.
Yeah. You
All
can't
seeing
just.
die is an action.
Yep. It doesn't take up a turn.
Then I'm going to buy a miner for 2. And then I'm going to move them onto a boat. And I will move the boat 1, 2, 3.
All right. I'm gonna exodus this boat. So when you're exodusing on a boat, you can either move all boats up to all boats in one deployment zone or region up to 3 spaces, and then unload as many of the units as you want, or you can load as many troops as you want from one region or deployment zone up to onto adjacent boats, and then move all those boats that were involved with that up to 3 spaces.
And how is that different from Wroth, Ryan?
So in Wroth,
the audience.
it's actually designed to be the same, but with boats basically. So in Wroth, you can move all of your units from one land area to any adjacent land areas, and so this is sort of like trying to replicate that idea, but with the ships being able to move kind of on their own. So, all right, I'm gonna go. Unfortunately, Josh is kind of in my way, which I'm sure that he did on purpose.
You could exchange or offer an exchange of fire.
I don't want to do that though.
Also, you Exodus, so you could load up the rest of your boat.
Well, no, but I want to get guys on the land.
Oh, that boat was already fully loaded.
Yes.
It
was like
Kirby fully.
Oh, wow, I cannot believe we both made that joke. I haven't even seen that movie.
I didn't have anything.
All right, so I'm gonna go.
I'm just a big lover of Lindsay Lohan's performances.
Yeah.
We should also talk. We should also talk about like adjacency in terms of like the boats and the islands.
yeah.
Like right now, what am I adjacent to?
So, because you're on the C node here, so you're adjacent to anywhere that the C node is surrounding. So here, 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 and you're also adjacent to all adjoining C nodes. So you'd be adjacent to this node, this node, this node, and this node.
Okay.
So basically, if this makes up part of a thing that surrounds
But
it.
I am adjacent to number 4 right now.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'm just gonna pop over here, I think, and I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. Should I tempt fate here and then like leave this open for Josh to attack? I think I want him to drop this in. So when you get rid of your last unit out of a boat via just unloading it, then you return it back to its home base. Whereas if you lose it by the last guy being killed, then it flips over and becomes a wreck. So.
I will spend my 2 Cora to play out an Elegant, which comes with a Lithe, of course. And then I will Exodus, because otherwise I will just not be using my dice. So I get to load up. Also, worth mentioning, in Exodus, you get to do a free salvage of all of your ships before that happens. Bleh.
And what does that mean?
So if I had no ships, they were all wrecked on the map. If I did an Exodus,
You recover.
I
them
get
all.
to recover them all before I get to choose to load them up. Just to give you the option, if you've been loading up a bunch of guys over here. Interesting. Let's go with all 3 into another secondary ship here. And then I get to move them up to 3. I'm going to gain control of regions. We're all out of dice, so I'm going last. There you go. 1.
Yeah, why don't you show them how to exchange?
I will pass through here, and that gives the person I'm passing through the node of the opportunity to exchange fire if you would like. We will both roll the dice that we could roll and deal damage simultaneously.
I would not like to exchange.
Why? So that was 2, and then 3 is where I will end up. And then let's go 1, 2. I don't know. 1. Oh, this is annoying.
You're trying
Oh,
to. No,
I was trying to.
you can do it. You can do it because you can move that one. I know,
Oh,
I know what you're trying
yes,
to do.
yes,
Yes.
yes. I'm trying to be a nasty little boy.
Yeah.
All right. Then we do scoring,
Yes,
right?
indeed. Okay, so if we want to switch over, or I guess we don't have to switch over the score, so it's probably better to show the screen still so we can count. All right, so region 1. Now, normally this would be tied, but because of your nasty little feet you have there,
nasty little feet.
you are in control, so you get 1
Big 1.
point. over in Region 2, you get 3 points.
Yeah, it's because I'm the only one.
I'm over here.
I got 3 though. You got 2.
No.
But you're not the only one.
No, I know. You got 3 points.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
That was a weird way to word it. I agree. It was confusing. All right. Then here I have 2 because I'm dominating here.
Okay.
And then nothing. I have 4 because I'm dominating here.
Oof.
All right. Now we go into, before we pass the thing, we go into spoils now directly. So, I knew what Andrew was trying. I knew what Andrew was trying to do here.
Yes,
So
it's important to explain what these do. So I'll explain
Yes.
this one first.
Yes.
Because this one is worth 3 points and you get a thing, so it must be really good. But this thing says I have to roll an attack against myself if I control this region.
Of 2 common.
2 common dice. If I
Yes.
roll Cora on those, what happens?
Nothing.
Yep.
God gets the card.
God gets
It's
the
a
card.
tithe.
The angels share.
Yeah. So then over here, what this one does is you can move all wrecks and ships up to 1 hex or one C node, and you can't swap places with things, but you can move them all up to 1 C node in any order. Now, the reason why this is important is because if we recall, we said at the beginning of the game that all of these are scored in a region order. And no, I did lay all of these ones randomly, but I set these 2 up specifically like this so that we could show kind of a funny interaction that occurs sometimes when you play the game.
So I'll move this one.
He's gonna move that one, yep.
I'll move over into here. I'll move this one here. No, not really a reason to move that one there.
Yeah.
I will move this one here, I think.
So now, even though
So that,
Andrew...
that spoil has been spoiled.
Yes, now even though Andrew was in control of the Region 2 for purposes of scoring, now Josh is in control of it for purposes of spoils. Which
Here you go.
so yeah, you roll these 2 and then take the damage. All right, so just one damage. So
1 damage.
however you want to deal it. So.
No,
Nope, sorry, he's dead.
To the discard pile in the sky.
All right, then I get a Cora. That's it. All right, so then we do groundwork. So you get 2, you get a Cora, and then you get 2 more guys. Your guys can go directly into a ship in your deployment zone if you would like.
Not any ship.
Ship in your deployment zone.
Yes,
Yeah.
perfect.
And yeah, then roll your all scene die. Cora. And
So
then,
the C nodes have some unique faces on them that I don't think we covered all of, but I'll go over it in the other video.
all right, then it's
Very
I get
cool.
the first player chip. Okay. All right.
Any questions coming in at all, Amanda? Will the metal troops fit in the boats? Yes. Yes. You may see one thing that you might notice throughout all of the videos that we do across this campaign is that the units and like the way that they're fitting into the ships and all of that kind of stuff is still a little bit of a work in progress. Everything that you see here from a boat perspective and everything you see in Wreck specific faction videos that you see, all of that is 3D printed based on, I'd say the sculpts are like, I don't know, 75% of the way there, 80%, some more than others. But we're still playing a little bit with like the tolerance on the hex bases of all these units and the boats. Some Wroth units have a little bit wider hex bases than others to support
There's still this.
Oh.
to support
what is
their
this?
again to support the sculpt. So yeah. Anyway, but yes, the metal troops are the exact same size, or they're meant to be the exact same size as the plastic ones. And they should have no issue fitting in all of the boats.
Yeah.
This is my draft. Sorry, I was speaking.
Yeah, in general, every boat should be able to fit every troop. That is not
Correct.
an oversight that we are
Yes. Yep.
thinking is possible. That is the intention.
You
And
get
you
one.
get 2 of those.
You get both those.
Yeah, because you went last.
Because I'm bad.
Oh boy.
You're skull boy over here.
Okay.
He's looking to do violence. Oh, also one thing to note with Wreck versus Wroth is you still cannot attack players in their deployment zones, but players in their deployment zones can attack adjacent regions. So that's specifically if someone decides to park in front of your area and try to.
Or if someone gets moved there by another player.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Yeah.
I don't know.
Or perhaps they didn't decide to park. They were just parked. Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure. I'm not
Alright,
sure.
let's see. Okay. I'm so afraid of all the stuff that JW can do with all those skulls. So,
5 skulls.
yeah.
Does the Exodus action allow me to move my troops onto land?
Yes.
From boats.
Yes.
From boats, as long as you
So,
didn't move them
okay.
onto boats.
Yes, yeah, okay.
You could move.
It just
that
was not
one
explicitly called out
alongside
in,
that as well.
on the reference
All right,
card. So I wanna make sure.
So I'm going to.
Jeez, money bags
use
over there.
this.
You didn't use your feet. You just have that much money.
I just have that much money, yeah.
My goodness.
So then, because why do I have this much money? I didn't say, yeah, you know, that's right.
You
'cause
didn't
I
spend
had,
one
I didn't
round
spend
one.
one, and then I got
Groundwork.
this, and then I got one. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use Doppelganger, which is my ability. So I'm going to activate the attack. So I can do it. So this lets me, because it says activate skull, I can do a cannon attack. So I'm going to do a cannon attack. I'm going to attack from here to here.
Not from deployment zone.
Not from my well. I will do that actually. So you can choose to attack from your land part or from one of your ships. I'm doing it from my land part.
So that gives you a reroll.
Yes, it does. All right, so it's not bad, honestly. I think I might just risk it and just do that. So I'm going to deal 2 damage to your guys.
Okay.
So I get to choose, but I don't care. Just take them out from wherever, because you can rearrange them if you want. All right, then I'm going to do that again because I have 2 more.
Yeah, that's why that ability's way better in this game.
All right. Yeah,
It's
I'll
the
just do
exact
that.
same thing.
Yep, same thing. So
So that boat has become wrecked.
yes, indeed.
Right in your home.
Yes. That is all I will do.
Did you? Oh, you used the money.
I use the
action.
money.
Sure,
Yeah,
sure,
money
sure.
action. Yep.
Sure.
Andrew has a similar ability on his actually with the Eldon. So.
Well, I don't like that you attacked my innocent boss. I'll just double attack from this boat on to there and there.
Okay. All right. So you got.
Give me
So-
tree them orange.
Yep.
Or no, I get to do it one at a time. I'll do that one first.
To do to here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes way more sense. Extra die.
Okay. Well, they're quite dead.
They're quite dead. And then, do I want to double it? I have cleared it out. I'll leave it for now.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I will use my all-seeing die to attack this twice.
So it doesn't do it twice.
Or
It just does,
do
it
two.
just does it once because it's
It's
so the
replacing it
assaults
with
and
a
battles are
cannon
the same.
attack.
Where ship attacks, they are the same thing. It only does the 1 extra damage if you're doing it on
Yep.
land.
Gotcha.
So you would roll
Okay.
the 2 orange dices, what you were getting to do. They're on the dice tray.
Nice.
Goodness, that's
And
quite
I get to choose?
You get to choose, yeah.
No, I wanted to reduce your dice. That's what you get for
Ugh.
parking me.
I
Now that was my all-seeing die, so do I still take
Yeah, you
another
still take an
action?
action,
Yeah. I will.
Also make sure to keep your all-seeing die
Oh yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
I will attack again.
Okay.
Ugh.
Bloodbath.
Just 1.
It's so sad. This is one captain just standing there, just watching all their troops die.
All right.
You hung me out to dry over there, man. I had to.
I got revenge for you in Region 8. It's definitely nothing I was getting out of that exchange.
Okay.
So Ryan can Exodus or money move. I don't really. Maybe an Exodus makes sense. I have no idea. When you Exodus, you don't get to salvage other people's ships. I'm assuming
Correct,
it's just your own. Yeah.
Want a money move. So I'm going to get another money. Move this guy out. Let's see. My wreck is in my way, but it's fine. I put it there, so.
So you couldn't even.
It's not that serious. Let's, you know.
What's the? Because that costs 2 movement essentially, right?
It will cost 2 movement to move out of it. So there's 1 movement, then it would
Oh,
get
sure.
here and be that
So
way.
you
I
could
would
not
move
have
here.
moved here at
I
all.
could not have moved
Yeah.
there, yeah. I mean, I could, yeah. I could.
Oh. Huh.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna do this actually, and then I'm also gonna delegate you. Sorry, I forgot to do that. No, I didn't have any money. No, sorry.
Okay, I
I'm
was
just
gonna
doing-
say
I'm
I don't think you had that
I
much.
didn't take this out. That was my bad. So yeah, I already did use it. Yes.
There's still so much violence left on that map. Let's see. This feels fairly. I mean, I have to do this. I'm gonna. Would Exodus be better because they're all in the same
You
region?
could exit
anyways?
all,
I could empty
all 4 of
them,
those guys
yeah.
if you wanted to. Yeah.
Because then I can go. Yeah, these are prototypes. Very important. Tie.
You're the worst.
Spend a Cora. Tie. And then that, yeah, all my boats come back.
Horrible. Okay.
I'm going to just Exodus
Okay.
with both of my dice. So
you get to cover this first, and then so if you're exiting that one, then you can only exodus that one.
Because it's all in one region, and they're both technically in different sea regions.
I see.
Or is that technically a deployment zone?
This is
or
a
that one's-
deployment zone.
Yes,
This is
yes.
a region. This is a region.
Yeah, I'm gonna go there.
Right.
That makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay.
I'll get some money. All right. So then we are into scoring, yes?
Yes.
Nobody is left in the sea. The sea is emptied completely.
Yeah.
So I get that one for 4 total. Because of my movement. I get this one for 1.
Okay.
Nothing. JW gets this one for 3.
He's on the board.
I get this one for 3.
Yuck.
Oh man. And that's all the scoring. Now we do spoils. Nothing. I get a money.
Yep.
Nothing. You get a money because you're mine.
Mine.
Or no, you get to steal it. So you can take it from me or Ryan. Yeah, that makes sense.
Makes sense.
The cannon attacks are so good, and you can just do them at will. And then a free move. That doesn't seem particularly good at all right now.
I mean, you can get guys to from your deployment zone.
Yeah.
Here for your faction manager, your deployment zone.
I
Or you
could-
can move those guys. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I always forget it has the second feature of just pooping some guys out here. Yeah, let's do that. That makes sense. All right, so we do pass token or groundwork. Which one?
Groundwork first. Yep.
Groundwork. Get a money. Roll the all-seeing. Deploy 2 guys. Direct down to a boat if you would like. And then that was all of them. And then the first player token. Come here. Alrighty then. Is this all the action dice?
Yep.
Movement. I'll take the deploy to direct.
I'll take the attack. And then we all
And
get
then
one
I
of
think
these.
it's just movement. And you get 2 of them. And then I'm foist. Interesting I'll just deploy 2 direct to an area I'm in, I think. If it is correct. Let's just put them directly onto a boat, maybe. Get her loaded up.
All right, I'm gonna spend 2 Cora to buy a Stoic, and then I will move 2 guys to my deployment zone.
Sure. Yeah, one thing that we are going to look at too, it's a question that's come in, is shipping date seems to be missing from the campaign. It's in the FAQ, but I think it got left out on the actual page.
Yeah, we should be adding it. It's projected to be June of next year, so next summer. Yep, June 2027.
All right, so 11 months from now. What did you do? What did you even do,
Took
Ryan?
Cora.
Alright, that's so good. It's so good to take a Cora. What do you have left? You've got movement, double move. You've got attackos, movement. I just have to take my last turn right now. It's unfortunate. I'm going to, I suppose, Exodus these ships. Move this one into here. This one over here. Over here. Over there. Yes. That makes sense. Move that there. Move. One there. One there. One there. And then I'll spend 2 core to put 2 Windens in.
Jeepers.
Or no, I'll put. No,
What do the
that makes
Windens do again?
They just come out into regions I occupy and they have a victory point bonus. But that is their only thing.
Gotcha.
If you-
Okay.
If you snipe one of those guys, it will wreck the boat too. Just FYI. Not that you should do that, but that is what you could do.
Yeah, that's true.
Gotcha. I'm going to deploy these 2 to a boat.
Okay. Are you moving the boat or no?
Yes. 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
And then am I the only one with actions left? Or
No,
you,
I got
you
it.
still got, yeah, okay.
All right.
You pull the campaign page up on that.
Yes.
Keep an eye on.
We're coming up on 140.
Yeah, awesome. Almost
Yeah.
not too far away from the second stretch goal.
Yeah, what do we got for second stretch goal? We have feature film. Once per game, put on a movie of your choice in the background. So
Yes.
you want to pick that one when you're at somebody's house
Mm-hmm.
who you normally don't get to choose the movies.
I think the next one after this one might be my favorite stupid, terrible feat joke, but I'm not certain.
Okay.
I need to look at the way that they were structured in there.
Is it revealed? It is revealed. Athlete's feet.
That's a good one.
Once per game, take a break from the table to apply antifungal cream. I hate it. Tony Hawk
Yeah.
is coming up.
Yeah.
Mhm. Kickflip the table.
They're so bad.
Yeah, these
No,
are-
my favorite
these are
one is not out
terrible.
yet. Yeah, my favorite one has not been revealed yet, unfortunately.
All right, I'm going to play my once per to get 10 core.
Ugh. I'm gonna complain. Ugh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's think about this.
And my feet hasn't even been helping me.
I think I chose an objectively bad feat for this matchup, but it's fine. That's kind of what I do.
Yeah. Stealing is funny. Like, I do like stealing. That is the one that I
Stealing
I
is
like.
funny in general.
It's the funniest
All
one
right,
of those.
your turn.
I'm still.
No,
I'm still
no, Ryan has just acquired 10
Alright, so-
monies, 10
okay.
moolah.
All right, so I'm gonna.
It's just been an hour
buy
since anyone else has
2
taken a turn.
Chrysler.
No, I know that's the Ryan way.
So rude. All right.
The truth cannot be controversial.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. Okay, so like that. All right, then I'll buy 1. Yes, I will do that as well. Then I'm going to exodus all these guys onto their various locations. So.
I will mention, yeah, this I think we talked about it a little bit up top, but yeah, this campaign is going on longer than our normal campaigns go on. Generally speaking, we go somewhere between like 17 days. Occasionally, we'll do a little bit longer than that, but I think this campaign ultimately is running for about 23 days, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, we realized we were going to be trying to close it out right when we were like leaving for Gen Con, and that is not a great plan when we have some cool things planned for
the doppelganger to shoot this.
when we have some cool things planned for Endgame, and just we didn't want our focus to be elsewhere. So we are wrapping the campaign.
That's kind of
So
with
3 plus I get 2.
3.
core.
Oh yeah, because you're shipped to land. Oh,
So
yeah, just get them all.
But yeah, so the campaign will be closing after Gen Con when we have both had a recovery day to recover from Gen Con, and then had a little bit of time to, and then we'll be back in the office to really focus on the closeout of the campaign and the end game. So,
Yep. An attempt is going to be made as well to run a stream from Gen Con to show.
Here to here.
Oh boy. Yep.
Reroll that one. Okay.
Yes.
So that's 3. So still dead.
Man.
And then
on the bright side, he's basically spent all his core already. So
Yeah. No, that's the very big power of
Dead.
those fellas in this
Okay.
in this one, is they can have that real big burst
Your turn.
of.
my turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I will.
That's why I wanted to pick that feat. Is like it's fun. It's fun to use.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting annoyed with Ryan.
I'm
So
3 ahead of you.
Joey doesn't like turns where he doesn't feel like he's playing for a long time.
yeah, you took an hour to do that turn, and you will pay for that.
I mean, it was worth it. I killed like a billion
no
guys.
one
Yeah.
cares. No one cares.
Nobody.
This is
But on the other hand, I feel like I need to Exodus, so I'm going to Exodus. I'm not going to snipe. So this can move 3 positions.
Yeah.
Can I move this one too?
No.
No, I have to pick
one
one
or the
from
other,
I have to
yeah.
pick one or the other. Shoot.
I did open the zone for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you plop 2 guys in there, which you could, 1, 2, 3, you would be getting 5 points off of it by itself.
And that guy can't get hit by boat attacks. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do want to kind of show that off on camera, so that's what I'll do. 1, 2,
Or you could even, or no, you can't.
3.
with this node.
Badoop.
And also, you leave me to take the brunt of this thing that Ryan's about to be able to do as well.
Okay, so so can you read the Stoic ability, please, Josh?
The Stoic, a Stoic cannot be damaged by an attack unless the attacking faction is in the same region.
Yeah.
So in this case, the sea, both the eastern and western seas, are considered their own regions, which means Ryan needs to have guys on land in that same region in order to attack this Stoic.
Yeah. Also, they'll never be able to take a cannon attack, which is very powerful because they have 4 health, and nobody wants to spend attack dice not doing cannon attacks.
All right, so scoring.
Yes.
All right, so I get 2. And no bonuses for these guys because they're on ships. So
Gross.
2.
And then you get 4.
3. No, you got a guy
Oh,
there.
I got a guy there.
1,
Not so
2,
bad.
3. Then
I get 4. Or no, that's
no.
I
I get 4.
wiped me out.
Incorrect. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I
I
get
get
2.
1, 2. Josh gets 5.
Up to 8. Over there, I get 3. And over here, Josh gets 3. Over there, I get 3. And then that takes us into spoils.
Spirals. Yes. So I'm gonna move. So I can do this. I'm gonna move.
To move all ships.
And so do I want to move these guys? I will move these guys as well.
Boo.
I'll leave this guy here. Okay. So now, oh look, you're in charge. You're in control of that region now. So there you go.
Is it against one of my boats, or is it
It's
against?
just units in your boats. So
Total
So if
across.
you rolled a 2, you'd have to.
I'd have to kill both of them.
Yeah.
Oof. I rolled 1. Which one do I want to leave as a wreck? Probably this one.
All right. Okay. So I get a money.
Mm-hmm.
I get a money.
I get to deploy 2 directly into an area.
Or a boat.
Or a boot. Or a boot. Thinking of that probably makes sense to do that to here, maybe.
Okay.
Ooh. And then I get a free movement.
You're playing with fire, man.
They have to go to the same region.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
You're playing with fire.
Well, I might not be. Okay.
I'm getting worked. And if you want to start something with me, man.
Worked. 1, 2. No, you're gonna get all annoyed in your area, in your special little area. I'll go here and then I'll just unload it. Oh, I can't unload everything. I'll unload most things. Boop,
Okay.
boop. Or no, I'll throw them all. No, that's good. That's fine. Whatever. All right.
Okay, groundwork.
Those all spoils. Groundwork. Do that. Do that. Deploy directly to one boat.
Man, my Halcyon die rolls have been bad.
That's a great one to have though in this because you can move a ship and then
attacks.
fire with it in the same turn.
Okay.
Those are very good in this game. All right.
Well, you can
so
use another move action and then do the attack.
who was first last time? You.
Yeah,
Nice.
I passed this.
All right. Dice.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. No violence.
No, that's interesting. That's interesting.
That's very interesting. Wow.
Who would have thunk? Where's the other die? Oh, it's right here.
Was this supposed to be rolled?
Yeah.
Good.
All right, everybody.
Give me
gets
2
one.
of those. And then you get the last one. Yep.
Nice.
Oof. That's. Huh.
All right. I will.
What you got, first player? Uh-oh.
What?
No. This isn't live. Never mind. was
Okay.
wondering why I was playing the intro.
I will just.
Any comments?
Sonny says 6-player dark map would be cool. So would metal boats. Those are all cool. I agree.
So
Let
these
us
can't
know
come in
the
here really,
comments
right?
if that's
What?
something we should have.
What are you using? So they from your
In the
deployment
comments on the
mat?
campaign.
From your deployment mat? No.
No, they just come here.
You could use this one to do that. But
Yeah, I don't want to do that yet.
This is one people have asked is,
Okay.
have you guys considered a team-based variant for Wroth? So 2v2 or 3v3?
That's a good question, actually. I don't
we
know.
haven't messed around with it this time.
I think we're
Yeah.
far more likely to do that than ever talking about solo co-op again. So like, I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
possible. Honestly, team, I think you could just do it. Just have a shared token across the
Yeah, I
two.
think just alternate. Like have your teams fairly spread. So
yeah,
yeah, six
so
player.
no
go
people would get
every
2 in a row. Yeah, you have to spread. But even like 2v2v2 and 6 could be something as well.
You'd probably have to not probably. You'd probably have to double the amount of scoring you need to win the game. I would think, or at least increase it. Otherwise, it would end very very quickly.
Yeah, much like how in 5 and 6 the scoring cap has lowered.
It's 20 at 6 and 25 at 5.
Interesting. What did you do?
Drop 2 guys in there.
Whoa. Money. Winden. My hair. Where to attack is the thing. I want to blast. One of these ships. Which ship, though? Which ship
You guys
to
are thinking way
blast?
too hard about this.
I am. Mine has a lot of high health boys on there, but also like
Just murder something.
doesn't
Let's
have
go.
that much.
I'm thinking about 6 points harder than you.
I suppose I could move before this as well.
I
to
may
roll an
be
extra
6
die.
points behind, but I've done it in half the time.
Ooh. You're stuck here with us,
Time
though.
time is Cora. Time is Cora, as they say.
So before this attack, I'm going to actually do this. I'm going to go 1, 2, and then just dump these boys on there. And then return this one. And that's that I can roll an extra die. And then I will be attacking here, I suppose. Come on. That's the worst.
You can reroll. Remember,
I reroll the whole
your
thing.
Your land. You read the whole
There
thing.
again, reminder that you can re-roll when you attack from land to sea. That is the advantage.
Whiff.
That's exactly the same as the first roll,
Two.
but slightly different. I suppose.
Okay.
Dead Zos. Oof.
All right, I'm
Why
going.
couldn't I have rolled that one? That rolled the 2 waves.
Go here.
There is not a swim mechanic. No, troops cannot move across water. You got to consider it's like the sea.
And I'm just gonna go
Nobody's
one-
swimming alongside boats.
Oh, but
So you can do that because I will certainly not challenge that attack.
Okay.
You could move into here and ask if Ryan would like to exchange fire. He might
I don't.
because he has
I don't want
close
to-
number of troops.
I'm trying to fly under the radar here and come in with
Attacked
a
the
move
hell
that
out
you
of
guys
both of
can't
us.
even imagine.
Yeah.
You can't even imagine.
Am I in?
Your secret feat that you have under that one, you're gonna activate it.
Unless I should probably attack Ryan with this, but then I can't Exodus.
Where are you gonna attack Ryan?
That's not me.
That's
Or,
me.
sorry, that's you. Yeah.
You would have to leave yourself here if you wanted to attack Ryan with that boat.
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna pass. Your turn. 'Cause I think I want to Exodus some minutes turn. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Where are we at on the campaign?
We we are at
Nice.
145.
Very
We're
solid.
approaching
Very,
another
very solid.
confetti blast if we've got the budget at 150. I know we're still
Exodus.
cleaning up from the last confetti blast, but at 150 we'll probably have to do
There's
another
confetti everywhere in here.
one. Mm-hmm. I don't think you even saw what it was.
I did see it.
Oh,
I saw
okay.
It. I saw it.
I didn't know if it popped up on the screen.
I approved the very expensive software we
Yeah.
deployed to
Yeah,
get that
I spent
confetti.
months rendering that confetti. It was like roughly, Shrek's Law? I did that.
Shrek's Law?
Yeah, Shrek's Law is that each next Shrek movie takes exponentially longer to render out than the previous one.
Oh, okay.
Like regardless of how they look in comparison to one another. It's a somewhat studied thing. No, you don't need to do that though. There's not really a reason to do so.
Where are those guys coming from?
Right here.
Oh,
I exited.
I didn't see them. Your hand was covering them.
Yeah,
Looked like
Ryan
you were
was
just.
trying to cheat again.
I know.
Again.
Let's see, I'll go off. Go like that, and
Yeesh.
okay. Then I'm going to use Doppelganger to then just kill these guys to death. Jeez. Andrew, here you go. Doppelganger
do that?
over there.
Why would you do that?
Okay,
just don't
I
need to.
will Exodus. One, two.
Okay. That's a different that's a different place than the other guy.
Weren't they both in the same region?
This is
Oh
your
no, that's my
deployment
deployment.
Yeah.
Dang it!
Your
okay.
giant move.
Yeah, that's not. That was probably a suboptimal move, but I'm not going to rewind it at this point because
You'll be fine. Next turn.
I
you
value
could,
everyone's time.
Wow. Okay.
Alright.
Alright, it's just me then. Alright, you have no.
Or you skipped Andrew, but yes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know what I was going to do. Move.
Oh, sorry, I skipped you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
didn't
bad.
realize. I was looking at comments. If there were, I was checking around. What do I want to do? Boop. Load them up. Ship them out. Just hang out there.
Alright.
Get some scoring.
Yeah.
Here.
Okay, scoring. So Andrew gets
2 points,
2
please.
points. Ugh, 1, 2, 3,
4 points, please.
2, 3, 4. Alright, so I get 4 points as well. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I don't think I'm going to win you guys.
1, 2, 3.
What?
You get 5. So you get 1. You get 1,
3.
2, 3.
I mean, you really made a comeback
then
there, and
you
then
get-
I get 3 off that.
Cool.
2, 3.
And then I get the spoils
Yes.
of
indeed.
movement, which I will certainly be moving myself out of
Out of harm's way there, yeah.
harm's way. Where to, though? Probably here. And I probably push this wreck here, because it's funny.
Okay.
Maybe push this out of that DZ there.
Okay. I get a Cora.
Yeah, attack is rolled against nobody.
Then here you can have the Cora from your dang miner.
Thank you.
Then
get
it
a-
gets
you
to
get a free-
deploy
you get a
two
free
directly
deploy, too.
somewhere.
Do those come from here or from my deployment zone? From here. Okay.
Directly into a region you occupy.
Or a boat.
Or a boat. So you could throw them in your DZ boats.
Yeah, and then you could groundwork into there. You'd have 2 full boats.
That's true. And you could Exodus big out of your DZ.
I don't know how to win.
The boat stuff does add a dimension that I think is unexpected.
Yeah, man.
All
Okay.
right.
But
But you get a free
the-
move, Andrew.
The land stuff is, I mean, the sea stuff, everyone kind of abandoned it. I got both areas for 3 total
Peanuts.
troops. I know.
Peanuts.
Absolute peanuts. Where do I want to move?
I remember at the beginning of the game, I had like a bunch of troops. And then somebody
Yeah, Ryan did something.
used a mechanic that
This is all being blamed on me.
used a
I've
mechanic
never
that I
even
couldn't,
played
that
the
I
game.
didn't remember existed because
Yeah.
I've only played this once to murder me
Let's go.
unceremoniously.
Uh-oh.
No, that's not adjacent.
That's not. You could move that still if you wanted to. And then
Oh, I
do it.
could.
Yeah.
That's true. 'Tis true. Bloop.
I've been so
Encroach on you.
kind to you, and
Alright. Groundwork.
Groundwork. 2 guys.
dude, guys,
I needed to get this boat back. That's why I had to do it.
Money. All seeing die.
money, please. Where'd my all-seeing die go? Okay, there it is.
You can reroll if you want. I kind of
I guess.
interacted with your
No,
roll.
That's fine. That's fine. Again, I'm just not that precious first-party token.
Thank you. Alright.
3D printing just leaves so many little threads.
Yeah.
They really interact with my brain in a way that I don't want them there.
Well, I mean, we had to print like a
I know.
bazillion, so they're not probably as cleaned up as they normally would be.
Yeah, the untold story of the many printed.
Confetti yet? Confetti?
Oh, did we hit it?
I don't
Is
know.
it confetti time?
No.
No,
No, we
it's
got a
not.
ways to go yet. Okay.
I
I just had to. I just had
Amanda's
to know.
on it. She's
Okay,
got the
all right.
confetti cannon.
Our confetti
Uh,
committee
your,
is
your pick, Andrew.
conferring.
Someone says,
as a community.
Sorry to spam with questions. The rec map looks so cool, interesting, especially with the new maps. Is there anything the Wroth map does better that will keep players going back? I do think the Wroth. I mean, Wroth's just a different experience. Like it is.
Yeah.
This
It's,
is
you're moving. You're getting onto the board much more immediately. I would say that's like the big difference
Wroth?
In Wroth,
Yeah.
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 Wroth is a very immediate game, and you can get to solving problems really quickly. But in
Just
this
need
one,
to
like
kinda
people
set it
can
up
really
well.
take unexpected areas for granted. such
Yeah. As I said, if I were teaching a new player how to play, if I had Wroth and Wreck in front of me and I was teaching a new player, I'd probably start with Wroth, just because there's again less mechanics and less. But they are functionally very different games and experiences, and I don't think one's necessarily better than the other. It's just one has a little bit more crunch and a few more options. So yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna
It's really up to preference, honestly.
I'm gonna try to monopolize violence to the extent that I can.
One question I have: can you choose to just do a normal attack from a boat or to a boat, or do you have to do cannon attacks? If you just wanted the
no.
guaranteed 2 from an assault, basically.
No, you can't.
You cannot
if
choose
you're doing boat stuff. But it's interesting. There's things to think about. For example, like if let's say that you had like one guy, like this guy was here, right, and then there was an enemy here. So if you're attacking here, like you will automatically deal 1 damage, just because of how the mechanics work. So it would be better
Yeah.
to deal the 1 damage this way because you could roll a Cora, you know.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're up.
All right.
In what is almost certainly the final turn.
So
Yeah.
I am
Someone
going
should
to-
theoretically win this turn.
So I'm going to do this, and that will I will deal 3 damage to this guy.
No, you don't need to do it though. Okay.
And then I will also do this, which does 4 damage here.
Woof.
Okay.
4 damage.
Yeah, because it's the Chryson. It deals damage. Or is it only is that does it supersede the extra damage you get from this? Okay, so never mind. I do 3 damage. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's a replacement.
It's all good.
An example of something we will aim to clarify in the updated rulebook.
Yep. Replacement effects versus plus effects. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. I'm just gonna get a money. That's the easiest thing to do at this juncture. Nice, peaceful money.
I will Exodus.
Mm.
I do want to stress that I'm not winning. Like. this is not helping the game. This is helping Andrew. Alright.
And then I will attack twice.
Okay.
Or assault on land.
Okay.
So how much can I do?
2.
Just 2.
You could have done the assault before you unloaded. Or no, you couldn't, I guess, right?
No, because
you wouldn't be able to. Yeah.
This guy seems kind of dumb.
He is quite dumb. You're correct.
But then I could eliminate, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
And
8.
Ryan also doesn't have the ability to do another attack with him, so piece count seems better.
Alright.
Just trying to. Oh, you actually can't spread it
can't-
up
you
between
Oh,
factions.
dang it.
As much as I would.
Fine, then do your
Alright.
guys then.
Back to me, huh?
Oh, I'm getting the last turn. Or no, not. You're getting the last turn. Oh, did you use your assault to do that?
Yes, you did.
Yes, I did, sorry.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh. Oh, boy. 2 Cora. Wyndon. Exodus.
I'm not gonna be able to win.
Just put him there.
I'll attack. And despite you.
Alright. Okay. Andrew destroyed.
Oh yeah, I'm taking it over. So I get 2 off region 1.
Yep.
4 off region 2.
Oh my gosh.
I
I don't think there was any other way. I mean, I
alone.
realized what I did was probably suboptimal, but I don't think there's anything I could have done that would have.
Unless you could have attacked from here to here with that attack die, with like each of these.
Actually,
yeah.
Which wouldn't have done much. But
I would have maybe killed there, but yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter. I think Andrew's going to win either way, so I get 1, 2.
He had 2
3.
guys. If he would have had 1, I could have cleared him before.
Until he gets 5 off this area.
Well, you could have assaulted those.
Oh, yeah.
Then I get 3.
Again, I'm not good at this game. Let me just be hyper
I get
clear.
3.
3, 2.
I enjoy it a great deal, but I am not.
3.
1, 2.
Kelly gets 3.
You beat me.
Yes!
Yeah,
I
there
think
you go.
I actually might. Well, it doesn't matter. I think I might have scored that one twice, but that's fine. All right. Yeah. Well, that's the game.
That's the game. So that's a look at how Wroth factions function with the new Wreck mechanics. Again,
Yep.
on Thursday,
This
this coming Thursday, so 2 days from now, we will be showing off how Wreck factions work in Wroth. And
Showing
then
the ones we haven't already shown yet.
yes, and then next week, Thursday, we will be showing how Wreck factions work in Wreck. And then we'll probably mash it up and do some Wreck and some Wroth at a juncture further along, probably like final week kind of situation. So
Also, just to clarify, next Thursday is probably 5 to 6.
oh, that's
And
right. Yeah,
and
my bad.
guess
Yes,
would
I
be
forgot about
that's,
that.
that's in
Yeah.
Wroth, I think.
We have to do if we
Right?
yeah, we can do it in Wroth. I would say we
Based
just
on
we
the
just need to make
map
sure we have a
cleanliness.
legible map for it. That
Yeah.
is like we've
We
been playing
can
with a
make
version
one.
that is fit for playtesting, but it might not be fit for streaming. I would say.
It's a little ugly. It's a little ugly.
It's a lot
But
ugly.
so
But
are
it still
the-
works.
so
But
are
it
the
still works.
factions we're gonna be playing with.
And frankly, from a like mechanical perspective, sometimes without all of the art and everything on there, it can actually be a little bit easier to see how it's functioning mechanically. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We will take a close look at that. Were there any other final questions before?
No, feel free to throw.
Have we
any
earned
very
confetti
last
yet?
Minute.
Have we earned confetti yet?
Not yet.
Come on, Amanda.
Oh,
We're getting pretty
Amanda.
close, though. We're
Yeah,
getting
very
pretty close. So that is a peek at Wreck. Again, lots of cool stuff going on this campaign. 5 to 6 player map that we were just talking about serves both Wreck and Wroth. We've got, if you are a old school Wroth backer, again, make sure you check out that update pack so that you can get the updated rulebook and the handful of modest corrections that will be going on with this second Neon Night printing. And lots more streams, lots more content to come. There'll be updates throughout the campaign. We're going to keep unlocking the Feats Challenge Pack, which will continue to increase the value of the free gift you're effectively getting with any pledge level. And again, I also just want to be hyper clear. If you haven't bought Wroth yet, this campaign is likely the last time you will ever be able to get this game at the $65 price point. We are planning to
for
up,
this version.
Yeah, for the deluxe fancy pants version. Moving forward, that is going to be an $80 game in the future. So just be prepared for that for the deluxe edition. This is a great chance to kind of grab it all, the streamlined, clarified, updated versions of everything, and check out the night mode map. We don't have a functioning example of that yet because we've kind of been playing with the artwork and trying to find the best
Night mode.
Yeah, the best night mode that we can get to in terms of both functionality, aesthetic difference, and just like visually striking approach. But I'm unreasonably excited about that little accessory, and I think it's something that's going to be really, really cool. This game's already stunning on the table. I don't think night mode's going to be more stunning necessarily, but I think it'll be a really striking alternative way to play. I'm very excited to get my own. Aside from that, we will see you in the comments. Again, thank you for all of your support. Oh, we're like right there with the confetti. We're like right there. I feel like I should artificially extend the stream with dead air just so that we can unlock it. But I'm not going to do that because I value your time. I value your time. I'm not going to artificially extend it. We did it! We did it! Yes! See what I did there? I made it feel like I wasn't artificially extending it, but I actually
please shut up. Here's some more money.
Exactly. Thank you so much for watching, y'all. There will be updates coming. We'll be in touch. We'll see you in the comments. Much more to come. Thank you for supporting Neon Night Games, Chip Theory Games, and the Wroth and Wreck lines. We will see you this Thursday back here on stream.
2 days. Bye.
Bye.